Well, the Bushwhackers Series is in town, Charlotte Motor Speedway, to kick off Memorial Day weekend. Had a little technical difficulties here. We had some issues with the graphics. Let's take a look at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Mile and a half, one of those cookie cutters. This is a bumpy track. Man, we've had a little bit of a challenge here tonight already, man. The gremlins are out. We're going to soldier on. I don't have anything up right now for qualification because still wanting to load data for me for some reason. Work to do here to get that side-by-side working. Looks like it is. That's good. Dana Grover in his first race back in a while in the 89. We'll start 12. Looks like we were going to do the audio for Gentlemen Start Your Engines, but it doesn't look like that's working tonight. Dana Grover in the 89 starts in 12. I don't even think the boogity thing's working either here. Let's see. Heard a little bit there, but it's not playing.
Here they come.
Oh, there we go. Getting him warmed up. I think I had it shut off. That was my fault. Here we go. 100 laps here from Charlotte in the Bushwhacker Series.
Here they come. Boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, you bunch of hot dogs!
Oh, they already got a yellow flag. Looked like Spindola and Bardelli Jr. both spun at the same time. I don't know what happened there. Pace cars in. Here we go. Back to green.
Go, go, go.
Craig Marizon trying to make that those spots back up. Get back up front. Iglesias in the wall. Iglesias spinning. We got a yellow flag coming out. Iglesias got into the wall, and he is spinning into pit lane. Take a look here as Iglesias gets up in the outside wall right there and then comes across into the grass. Doesn't take out anybody else. Well, I think we're back here. We had a computer issue. Very interesting. Had some gremlins here tonight, so we're in the process of sort of getting everything going back. Right now we are 39 laps in, so I apologize for the trouble here tonight. Take a look at Dana Grover here running in the 8th position. 89. 53, Jim Willis coming down pit lane. So Jim Willis trying to get this car on pit lane. He can't get that car warmed up. Oh man, he's sideways. Jim Willis was absolutely wrecked right there. We got a yellow flag. As looks like Matt Bowers in the 4X car coming around. Oh, the 68 hits the 4X. Right here as the 4X car gets up the track, and he might have gotten in to the Dana Grover machine. Yes, he definitely gets into him, and then he comes sliding back across the track, and this ain't over. This is not over. 4X coming back out on the track, and then he's trying to spin this car around. Doesn't realize Givaldo Spindola is go! My gosh, Givaldo absolutely plows into him. These are cold tires. You got a rubbered in track.
Green flag, go, go, go.
On the back half of this race, here we go. In this case, he wants to try to close in, and we got a yellow flag. Let's take a look and see what happened here. I think Matthew Bowers might have come around. He's out there by himself, gets into the grass, and sliding through the pit lane, and he's going to end up, that's his second caution flag, so he's going to have to retire his machine. On board here with Claudio Bardelli Jr. Don't spin those tires, man. Here we go, back to green. '27 and the 91 side by side. Ed Palumbo looking under the front of his machine. Well, oh, there we go. Jesus came around, and these guys trying to miss it. And they're all over the track back here. You see, they're almost 3 wide right there. Arizon in that 60 car, and he might have gotten turned right there a little bit by the 53. That was just a cluster of cars. Holy smokes. Dana Grover up to the second position. Vieta is in third. Dana Grover is the leader. The 91, Claudio Bardelli Jr. will start on the outside line. 25 laps to go. And this has been a little bit of a mess here as far as caution flags are concerned. Back to green. Bardelli Jr. on the outside. Got a little bit of a jump there on Grover. Grover down on the inside line was the leader. And he's now got some work to do there trying to get back around the 91 car. 21, Lucas Simpler looking fast here. Ed Palumbo to the inside. He's trying to get around Dana Grover. Ed Palumbo looking racy. Side by side with Craig Marizon in the 60 car. 54 to the inside. You see the 60 of Craig Marizon letting him go. Bardelli Jr., Sinfner, Grover, Palumbo, Marizon rounding out the top 5. That's 6-car breakaway. Tony Furtado is a couple laps down. It looks like he's 1 lap down in the lucky dog position. They're side by side up there getting after it. Dana Grover and Lucas Simpler, the 21, they got together. 54 going to try to stick his nose in there. Hope they're not going to go 3 wide. 54 go down to the inside. He's down side by side here with Lucas Simpler in the 54 car looking pretty strong. He's to the inside. He's now looking to try to take the lead. 91 and the 54 side by side. Lucas Simpler running in the 3rd position. Looks like Ed Palumbo in the 54 is going to take the race lead. Ed Palumbo in the race lead now. Dana Grover and the 21 fighting it out there for 3-4. Yellow flag. Not what we wanted to see. We'll take a look here as Dana Grover got into the back of the 60 car and then into the wall. Got it in front of Paul Brown's machine and just comes across the nose there. He got into the back of the 60. Here we go, back to green. Yellow flag. Another yellow flag here. And then right there, a little bit of a clip in the front of the 9 car. So a caution flag, another one. These guys, I guess they want to ride around in 45 miles an hour. Here we are getting ready to start lap 95. And there's not going to be any given here. It's all going to be take. And I would, if I'm a betting person, I'm going to throw my money and there might be another caution flag here. I hope not. I think we even got any green flag pit stops in. We'll have 6 to go. Got 6 laps to go as Vieta on the inside, Bardelli Jr. up on the outside line. Bardelli Jr.'s been really good on the outside. I don't know, man. I might have taken that outside line. It's so hard to pass, but Vieta gets a good run. Down the backstretch, he's got a little bit of help there with the 54 car. Looking out of the back of Vieta's machine, the 91, Bardelli Jr. trying to get around on the outside. Side by side. And Palumbo trying to sneak his nose underneath the 4 car. He inches ahead. Oh, Paul Brown gets into the wall. Paul Brown into the wall. Looks like the 27 off the pace. Is he going to hold on to it? More wrecking. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 91 trying to hold off the charge by the 54. Across the start-finish line, we'll have 1 to go. The points leaders are up front. Bardelli Jr., the leader. Through the tri-oval into turn 1. They're racing it out for the 2nd position. Ed Palumbo now giving up that 2nd position to Paul Brown. Now Paul Brown setting his sights on Claudio Bardelli Jr. Down the backstretch, Bardelli Jr. is the leader. Paul Brown in 2nd. Paul Brown to the inside. Does he have enough grip to be able to pull off the pass? The 91 and the 77 side by side through the tri-oval. Who's going to take the victory here? It's going to be a photo finish. Who ends up getting it? Paul Brown gets it by just a centimeter. Woo! Holy smokes, did you see the finish to that? Paul Brown on a little bit fresher tires, able to work his way through the field and get the race win. Holy smokes, what a finish. Right there, look at that finish. Holy smokes. Finishing in the 11th position is Dana Grover.